That worked out great.
Put your secret red dot down there, maybe. Sticker. Really sharp.
Probably about 7 or 8 feet.
There has to be a foot. My shoes a little longer than a foot.
It would be about 8 feet.
Probably got me some new glasses. Yours are all scratched up. They had them about 5 years. Side shapes on this one too.
I've got glasses. I see mine are closed. My problem is
Mine doesn't seem where's my dry eyes stay? I was doing some cutting of ceramic tile yesterday. I think I irritated this eye at least. Yeah, but it didn't go against my face.
I just got the party. As long as we're not correctly.
How many people we can get in here?
DJD's here. DJD is here. He's a professor at Logan Baker.
Hey, how are you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm good, man. Good to see you.
Good evening. I'm Colleen Shannon, and I welcome you on behalf of the Friends of Seymour Library. This is a great attendance tonight, and we are thrilled to have you all. It's so important for us to recognize the responsibilities of being a citizen. And one of those responsibilities is getting to know the candidates that you will be voting for. And you know, you can come right back here in April and vote early at the library, no lines. The 25th, thank you, Tracy. Are there any current office holders accepting the candidates that are here tonight? If there are, would you stand and introduce yourself? Okay.
I'm Karen, actually, and I'm the circuit court clerk.
Thank you, Karen.
Michael Hodges, I'm the Sevier County Sheriff.
Thank you, Michael.
I'm Chad Ogle. I'm County Commissioner down here at Seymour City District.
Thank you, Chad. Anyone else? Thank you. You're going to hear from the candidates in just a few moments. The process tonight, you know, we do not take any questions from the audience, but if you have a question, you can see Lucy and Linda at the table, write it down, and then we will pass them on to Charles Ogle, who is our moderator, and probably half of you had him in high school history. And he's just as tough as he was then. The same questions will be posed to each candidate. They will have 5 minutes to introduce themselves and why they are running for this position. Then Charles will ask them each the same questions, and at the end they will have 2 minutes for a summation about why they are the best candidate for the position. So, any questions about the process? Okay, I'm going to turn this over to Charles Ogle.
Thank you, Colleen. I guess I'm an office holder. I'm the school board member from the 4th District, Seymour. And before I start, I would like to say that I'm going to try to do my best. I'm impartial and in this situation here. And if I mess up, it's because I'm just, you know, just not right in the head, I guess. That's my wife over there, my lovely wife, and you know, bless her heart, she messed up one time in her life. But seriously, we need to remember we're in public. We need to be polite. We need to be nice. We need to get along, don't we, River? Yes, sir. River Luce right here. I'm talking about you just a second, okay? Full ride, Vanderbilt, is that right? Vanderbilt University. From Seymour High School. That is a Sevier County school, by the way. Just letting these people know that maybe from the upper end of the county, they have a hard time sometimes with us down here. No, but we need to be polite, we need to be nice, and be mindful that other people are watching. I was going to tell you that I'm sure a lot of y'all go to church somewhere probably. I used to attend the Baptist church, was a member of the Baptist church. I then went to the Methodist church, member of the Methodist church. I'm now attending the Presbyterian church. So technically I'm a Metho-Baptarian. And if need be, I will have a sermon if we start acting up. And you've never heard of sermons. You've heard a Metho-Baptarian do a sermon. So let's try to remember and make our mamas proud of us, okay? I think there was a coin toss.
Yes.
And who was going to go first?
General Sessions Court Clerk.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, and you will give 5 minutes introduction of yourself and talk, and you can sit, stand, doesn't matter. You'll be the timer.
Yeah. This means you got a minute left. This means you time this up. Don't be flummoxed by this one. It means you have a minute left.
Okay. So we decide who's gonna go first here?
I'll let Ms. Penny go first.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you. I've got something wrote out here, because I can't remember everything. But my name is Penny Johnson, and I am honored to be here tonight. I stand before you as your General Sessions Court Clerk now. I've been in this office for quite some time. I'm proud to call the New Center area is my home from the 3rd District. I was raised on a farm up there, and I have dedicated my life, many years of my life, to serving General Sessions Court. It has been a privilege to serve General Sessions Court. And to me, it's not just a job to me. It's a commitment to our community, to each and every one of you. I began my career as a deputy clerk, learning the ins and outs of the General Sessions Court clerk from the ground up. Over the years, I started out as a deputy clerk. I started out with Miss Helen Loveday, and I clerked under Jeanette Lehman Ballard, and I clerked under Miss Connie Holt. Those years of experience that I've had with each one of them, that has helped shape my leadership, my work ethic, and my understanding of how important this office is, not only to me, but to each and every one of you. For the past 5 years, I've had the honor of serving as your court clerk. I was originally appointed, and then in 22, I was elected as your General Sessions Court Clerk. I have worked hard, and I've worked every single day to ensure that our office runs smoothly, efficiently, and with the highest integrity possible. Our office handles thousands of cases every year: criminal, civil, traffic, and juvenile. We have 4 different divisions in our office. It's a huge responsibility, and it requires experience, it requires organization, and a very strong team. And I'm proud to say that I have a strong team. I have some great, great employees. That's what makes my office function as well as it does. I have 10 deputy clerks in criminal and traffic. I have 4 deputy clerks in civil, and I have 3 in juvenile. Every member of my staff is well trained. They are cross-trained as well, and that allows the public to be served efficiently and to step in whenever it's needed. If someone is out, if I have somebody on vacation, if I have somebody out sick, then I have somebody in my office that's able to step in and do that job. General Session Court operates every day. We have 2 judges, Judge Keith Cole and Dwight Stokes. My team works very, very closely with them to prepare their dockets, process their paperwork, enter dispositions, maintain accurate records for every single case that comes through our office. And we don't just process the paperwork. We make sure everything is done correctly from start to finish, and that has to be done. You've got to make sure that everything that you enter, the judge's decisions are entered properly. You've got to make sure that their bills are entered correctly. We have a lot of people that come through our office, many people, and I stress to all of my staff, treat everybody the same. I don't care who you are. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake, but everybody enjoys that chance. We also provide public access to our records and our services, and we are sure that we have transparency and accessibility to our records. Another important part of my job is staying up to date with changes in the law, and I usually get a stack of bills from the legislature that about that thick. We have to go through all of that, make sure that I adjust to the law changes, I adjust my fees as needs to be done. Through all of this, I have maintained a stable office with very little turnover, which speaks to the environment we have built based on teamwork, respect, and professionalism. At the end of the day, my office is about service to each of you. It's about making sure that everything is done right. We treat people fairly. We support our judges. We support our law enforcement and our community.
I care deeply about this county, and I take great pride in the work that we do in my office. I would truly appreciate your support and your vote so I can keep serving as your General Sessions Court Clerk. Thank you to each of you.
Thank you, Ms. Penny. My name is Lynn McFall, and I'm running for General Sessions Court Clerk. I've worked in the office for 15 years. I worked with Ms. Penny and under Ms. Penny. I was hired by the Lake County Holt in 2008. I now work for the Public Defender's Office. I've been there for the past 3 years. This has given me a fresh perspective looking outside the General Sessions Court office. I work in Granger County, I work in Sevier County, I work in Cobb County, and I work in Jefferson County. So I get to see what all the other court systems are doing and how that would help our court system here in Sevier County. I can bring those ideas back to Sevier County. Like I said, I'm born and raised here. I'm married. I have to my husband, Mike McFall. He's over here. We have 5 children. Their ages are 23 to 9, so I stay busy, and 5 children qualifies me for just about anything. So like I said, I was born and raised here. I went to Sevier County High School. I graduated from Sevier County High School. Then I went to Carson College. I graduated college with a bachelor's degree in 2002. After that, I went to work in the civil part of law, mainly property law, until Ms. Holt hired me in 2008. I have grown in my experiences since I have worked for the Public Defender's Office. We have continual training. We have training every year that we have to accomplish, which we also have an Edison system that we can train anytime we want. We can take computer classes, we can update and refresh, because anytime that you can better yourself and learn more, you should. So I'm here because I have a servant's heart. Like I said, General Sessions is my heart. I've worked there for 15 years and it is my home. I think that we can update some things, make things better accessible for the community, our officers, our attorneys, our judges. We need to have a better online presence. There is an online presence now, but it's not updated regularly, and we need to do that. We need to make sure that that online presence is at your fingertips so that you can access it when you need to, even if the office is closed. I want to bring technology in, because if we bring technology into the office and upgrade that technology, that makes service better for everyone across the board. That's going to help with our scheduling. That's going to help with, the access. So those few things that I think will help get our system up to date and move us forward. Ms. Penny has done a great job at maintaining the office, and I commend her for that. She is a great person. I want to maintain, but I want to move us forward. So my name is Lynn McFall, and I would appreciate your vote.
Okay, thank you. This is the first question. We'll just can we just go first?
Yes, absolutely.
The first question is going to be, what do you think are the most pressing issues facing the office today? You got 2 minutes.
I think the pressing issues that we have so many warrants and traffic violations come through our office. It's overwhelming sometimes. You have to consider the fact that we handle all the law enforcement agencies in the county. We handle Sevier County, the Tennessee Highway Patrol, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevierville, Pittman Center. We handle all of those agencies, and with the many warrants and traffic violations that come through our office, I think that's a big thing, is being able to have the people and being able to serve the public the way that we need to serve them and processing that many warrants.
Any question again?
Sure.
What do you think are the most pressing issues facing the office today?
I think the most pressing issues are scheduling. We have got to get a better scheduling system for our officers to get them back on the road where they're not sitting at the courthouse all day. We need to have a better system so that when people come in, our victims, officers, attorneys, they don't need to be there all day. They need to be in and out. Sometimes cases require longer, but that needs to be planned and scheduled ahead of time so people know how long they're going to be there and how long to plan. So I think scheduling is one of our main issues.
Next question. What is your plan for future growth? Because this county is growing.
It is growing tremendously. We have just moved into the new courts building and it is beautiful. If you get the opportunity to come see us, please do. It is a beautiful building. I talked to the assistant mayor today and I said, I do have room for more people if you all will give me the opportunity to hire somebody else. But anyway, I think in this county and the way our county is growing, I think we need to look at a lot of different perspectives and many things that we can do in helping our law enforcement agencies and helping the attorneys and being a part of their daily routines that they have that comes through our office, being able to help them in every way we possibly can.
What are your plans for future growth?
My plans for future growth are simple. Simple technology. We need a texting system so that everyone is on the same page. We can text our officers, we can text the defendants, we can text attorneys. That way everybody knows what's going on across the board. We also need to look into Zoom. A lot of our court is from people from out of town. So therefore, if we can get those Zoom calls and Zoom access, then we're not sitting around waiting on them to come in, or they're not asking for a new reset because they can't travel. These things will accommodate everyone. We also need to be able to accommodate our officers. We need to make sure that they have the access they need. I want to make sure that they're able to see records online, because if they can see their documents online and the past cases, then they're better equipped to work with the case that they have right now at hand. I think the key is access, 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 and scheduling.
Okay. Let's take a little different turn. What community organizations outside of church are you involved in?
One of the organizations that I'm involved in is the Republican Party, and I think that's been a great asset for me in keeping up with everything that's going on in our Republican Party. Other than that, I enjoy my life with my son and my grandkids and my great-grandkids.
The question again, what community organizations outside of church are you involved in?
I'm also part of the Republican Women's Party. We have a great time when we have our meetings. All of us women love to get together and have the gift of gab. I'm sure no one knows that, right, about women? But we do. But it does keep us up to date on community events. I also have coached in the past several organizations. I've taken a little break right now because I do have 5 children, and my youngest son has needed some extra special care lately. So I've taken a break from volunteering in those organizations, but I do plan to get back into it soon.
Okay, the next question. How are employees trained and who does the training?
In my office, usually when I have a new employee come in, I usually have maybe the job that I'm going to have that new employee when they come in, the job that I'm going to have them to do. I have somebody in the office that's actually done that job, and I always, if I want them to learn a new job or a new position in the office, I have someone else to take that place and help to train that person as well. It's very important to have your people cross-trained. That's very important to me in my office, simply because if you have people out sick, if you have people on vacation, when we have court going on, I have to have 2 clerks in every court when we have court going on. So that takes a lot out of my office. So you need those extra people that are well-trained, that are be able to do that job. If when someone comes to the window, they can take care of those people.
How are employees trained and who does the training?
Well, currently, I don't have employees.
How will they?
Exactly. So I would like to base the training off of things that are coming up, and, so whatever programs that we are using, I want that program place to train. They know the system in and out. They need to be training on how the system works, the ins and outs of that system. We had training come when we first got on this new system, but there's not been any updated training, and we need to be updating our training every year at the very least. We need to push our employees to, better, well, not better train, but, to go out there, and any kind of training that they can do will absolutely be an asset to our office. I want to make sure that the employees are trained on the upcoming laws, because we are not attorneys. So therefore, the attorneys need to guide and the staff on what that law states.
Next question. How will you balance efficiency with fairness and professionalism when people come to the office under stress or facing legal trouble?
We have that quite often that comes through, to be honest with you. That happens. You have people that'll come to the window and they're really upset. They come across that may have a really bad attitude with you, and really coming down on you. But I have told my employees, every one of them, and I tell them all the time, I said 9 times out of 10, I said, if you will be nice to those people, I said, usually they'll calm down. Occasionally we've had situations where they have not, and we've always, somebody, an officer or bailiff or somebody would step in and kind of cool things down. But usually if you are nice to people, they'll back up with you.
Question again.
Sorry.
It's okay. How will you balance efficiency with fairness and professionalism when people come to the office under stress or facing legal trouble?
I think if you have the policies and procedures out there online before they get to the office, they're going to know what they need when they come there. They're coming to either go to court or file paperwork. But if those procedures are outlined prior to them getting there, then they're going to be better equipped to ask the questions that they need and get the help that they need. So I think the access and having clear procedures for everyone across the board, then that's going to create or help not create a frustration for that person. So I think that, when they're prepared, you're better prepared and you can handle that situation. But anytime somebody's having a bad day, if you offer a smile, they tend to be like, thank you, appreciate it, a caring word. Treat them like they're your neighbor. Treat them like they're your brother or your sister. Have a heart and just always be looking out for the other person, because that's what we're here to do.
Okay. Check my time. Next question is, and there's a couple of them that are kind of the same type of questions. So I'm going to pick this one to cover all of them. What steps will you take to modernize the clerk's office, specifically regarding digitizing records and improving the online case search system?
First of all, we would have to have, a lot of those things are expensive, and a lot of things has to be approved by the county commission before we can spend money on a lot of things. You've got to have money in your budget to do, different things. I'm the first one to say that I would love to be able to digitize a lot of our records. It would be great if we can do that. But it takes time, it takes employees, and it takes a lot of time and effort to do that. We are a very, very busy office, and I hope we can get to that point where we can digitize records and have them to where they can be readily available. But that takes time, that takes county commission's approval, that takes money in your budget. And I'm looking forward to the day that we can do a lot of those things.
Okay, to repeat the question. What steps will you take to modernize the clerk's office, specifically regarding digitizing records and improving the online case search system?
I think the online case search system would be easy to upgrade. The Census system already has a program set in that you can give access to anyone that you want to give access to. So therefore, I don't think that that's going to be a huge upgrade as far as cost-wise. But the clerk's office does collect a $2.50 technology fund across the board. So every ticket, every warrant, everything that comes through the clerk's office, they're collecting $2.50 for that technology fund. And so I think that the steps that we need to take, the money is there. We just need to access that. And, you know, county commission is usually very, very easy to work with about asking for things when in the long run, it's going to turn around and pay it back. If we update the technology and we have less copies and everything going out, then that money is going to stay back in the system because we're not paying for paper or shucks or things of that nature. So I think, you know, we just focus on the numbers and we can get it done.
Okay. I'm going to do one more question before we have our final.
Yes.
I never thought of it just before, so that's why I'm picking this question. How do you plan on improving public view of the court system?
I think through in the public eye, I think the way that we conduct ourselves, the way that we take care of the people in the community, the way that we handle our caseload, our documentation of our records, I think that has a lot to do with how things will do, how things will go, and how well we will do.
How do you plan on improving public view of the court system?
I think if the public knows the system, then they're going to understand the system. If you explain the system to people where they can understand it, then it's not going to be, oh, the court system. If they have access to it, they can see that, you know, I have a ticket, I can go online and pay my ticket. There's a diversion process, I can do the diversion process. So if all that is accessible to them, then they're going to think of it as their court system. They're going to be able to look online. They're going to be able to visit the office. They're going to be in the office, and it's going to be for the people. Let's make it accessible for everyone across the board so they feel comfortable coming to the clerk's office.
Okay. So our time is about up. So they have 2 minutes. Is that correct? To anything you want to finish with, anything you want to say? You have 2 minutes. Okay.
Thank you again for being here tonight. I appreciate this opportunity. This position, it's not just a title, it's a responsibility. And we have to take that very seriously. It requires experience. It requires attention to detail and strong leadership every day. And that is exactly what I bring to this office. I have built a team that you can rely on every day. I have maintained an office that runs efficiently, and I have worked hard in this office to make sure everything is handled the right way for our judges, for our law enforcement, and for our community. This is not a position where you learn as you go. It requires knowledge, it requires consistency, and proven leadership. I'm proud of the work that me and my staff have done, and I'm ready to continue that work for each and every one of you. I respectfully ask for your vote. I ask for your support. I thank you so much, and God bless each and every one of you.
Ms. Penny's correct. We do, the process of the clerk's office is very, very important. We do have a busy job. It is very hard, and the staff absolutely does a great job. I'm familiar with all of Ms. Penny's staff and Ms. Penny, like I said. I'm just ready. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to serve, and I think that I can push our clerk's office into the future. We have got to be ready to broaden our horizons and take that next step. I want to better train our staff so that they can take on anything that is thrown at them with leadership, with guidance, and I will be right there with them. I'm ready. I know the job. I don't have a problem with the job. I know the job. I know the finances. I was a bookkeeper. So I know the ins and outs of the court system, and I'm ready to work, and I would really appreciate your vote.
Thank you so much, and two very qualified candidates, and good luck to both of you, okay?
Thank you.
Are you live streaming or just live streaming? You're live streaming. Yeah, 12 was supposed
Okay, now we have two fine people up here, and I think they're running for the county clerk's office, if that's correct. And I'll let them introduce themselves, and like before, they have 5 minutes each to talk about anything, introduce themselves, tell you about themselves, and then after each have 5 minutes, then we will have questions, 2 minutes each, okay? And I think Mr. Baker can go.
Yes, sir. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming out, and thank you to the Seymour Library for hosting us tonight. My name is Logan Baker, and I'm running to serve as your next county clerk. I've been a lifelong resident of Sevier County. I grew up in Pigeon Forge and attended Pigeon Forge's schools, kindergarten through 12th grade. I grew up and was raised in a family business in the hospitality industry, and it was there that I learned the importance of service. Service was about taking care of people, working hard, paying attention to details, overseeing the finances, tracking the operations, and being accountable for results. After high school, I went on to receive my bachelor's and master's in business administration at ETSU. And after that, I served for 8 years in the hospitality industry as an operations manager. Currently, and for the last 3 years, I have owned and operated Baker Wealth Strategies, and have had the privilege to help families plan for their future through estate planning, show small businesses how to navigate the tax landscape, and to help hardworking people grow and protect their money. And outside of my professional life, I really enjoy serving my community. It's nothing new to me. It's always been something I've liked. I serve as a board member, committee member, or a volunteer on many local charities here in Sevier County, like Sevier County Food Ministry, Mountain Hope Good Shepherd Clinic, Safe Harbor CAC, Carol's Coalition, Covenant Health's Robert F. Thomas Foundation, and Medic Regional Blood Center. I also attend and serve at 2 different churches in the community, Pathways Church and Connect Church. So serving my community is nothing new. It's actually why I'm running for this position. I'm running for this position to leave my private sector position, to serve my community well, my neighbors well, and to make the office the best that it can be for all of you. I wish I had some water. I'm out, I'm sorry. Anyway, and so you probably heard I've not served a single day in the office, and so when somebody tells you that I have no experience in the office, they're telling you the truth. But I do bring experience in leading teams, overseeing operations, tracking finances, improving systems, and putting people first. My vision is simple for the office. Better access, which means extended hours and added convenient locations across the county for when you need it. Better service, so when you come in the office, you're treated like a neighbor, not a number, with respect. And modernization, excuse me, I'm sorry. And modernization, to bring the proper tools and technology into the office so that when you need something, you can get it when you need it. This campaign is not about me, it's about you as my neighbors. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I can promise you this: I'll show up, I'll listen, and I'll give it my best every single day. So I'd be honored to earn your support and vote tonight. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Adra Rowland. I am your Sevier County Clerk. I want to first thank the Friends of the Seymour Library for allowing us this opportunity tonight to come out and let you know what we're all about. Right, Logan?
Absolutely.
A little bit about me. I'm a lifelong resident of Sevier County, a native born and raised. Graduate from Sevier County High School. There I met my husband, Jimmy. We've been married 28 years, be 29 years this August. He is also a native of Sevier County. We both went to Sevier County High School. We have 2 children. Bo is 24, getting ready to be 24 on Sunday. He teaches at GP High School, junior high, and teaching the special ed students and coaches football. Jimmy is the defensive coordinator and he teaches at the high school. Our daughter Ellie is 19. She attended GP and is pursuing a career in radiology. She's going to Walter State right now. Our family attends Valley View Baptist Church in Wears Valley. We are all active members there. I have served in many capacities in our church. I've been our Bible school director. I have been our events coordinator, and right now, the best job ever is I am the children's mom. I do children's moment on Sunday morning, teaching children about Jesus, and it's a great reward because they'll give you the honest answers every time. The last 4 years, I'd like to talk about in my office, what's happened and the vision I have. The last 4 years, we have equalization of pay. If you didn't know, the Sevier County Clerk's office was on the average $2 lower than anyone else in the county's government. And we've actually raised that up for the county clerk's office, and I appreciate my employees that are here to be with me. Our technology, the upgrades, we have the latest and greatest computers, printers, scanners. We have the updated software that we have for the systems. We have credit cards, machines that are accessible as a signature pad. All employees, with the exception of passports and probate, are cross-trained. Like Ms. Penny said, it's a better employee when they are cross-trained. When you have someone that can do a marriage, when Titles is, when Titles is busy, they can do a marriage for you in Titles, or you can go over to Marriages and they can do your title registration. It's important that they greet you with a smile and a handshake and an eye contact. I have all of my employees cross-trained. That's the one thing in 32 years that we actually have finished. Our website. If you look at our website, it is user-friendly. You can pre-apply for a marriage license. You can download title and registration forms. You can apply for a notary. You can apply for a business license. It is more accessible than it ever has been. It's a very user-friendly title and registration forms. And you can renew your registrations from home, in the convenience of your home. When you're sitting there watching a football game, you can sit there and renew your tags. So, last 4 years I've considered have been the biggest blessing for me. I've got to work with a great team, and we work together, and we will work hard now, and we'll work hard for you in the future.
Okay, so first question. What do you think are the most pressing issues facing the office of clerk today?
Well, first, I believe service. Every interaction that comes through that office, it cannot be said that it's with kindness and perfect every time. We have to get to a place to where our neighbors are met with genuine care, kindness, and respect in every single interaction. Service is also deteriorated due to the turnover in the office. There's been a lot of employees leave that office, and so we have to figure out what's causing that. And we have to make sure people enjoy coming to work and feel listened to, appreciated, and supported. And when they go to the front line, that positivity will flow out to the neighbors. Access is something else. Right now, all we have is our downtown location and drive-through, a Pigeon Forge office that's open on Saturday, and a Gatlinburg office that's open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've got to provide better access. That's also going to help our service because our wait times get to be lengthy, with most of our services only being offered downtown. And then modernization. We've got to have a full-fledged website that's free-flowing and easy to use with call to action buttons, a chat bot. So if people have questions on there, they can get in touch with us. We can let them know their answers. And also a CRM system to where we can text and email our neighbors to let them know about happenings and inform them on things and educate them on new things. And have a social media platform that talks about the office.
What do you think are the most pressing issues facing the office today?
Well, we do meet people with a smile, and we do meet people with eye contact because I try to have people in my office that are a reflection of me. We try every transaction. Some transactions are faster than others, and some are slower. But some people need a little bit more attention than others at times. So sometimes it's going to take a little longer. Sometimes that grandma needs a little bit more attention, and we're going to do that. With us in our office, what the pressing issues is, I need to open up another passport. I agree with that. But we don't have room for that right now because you have to have separate entrances and they have to be separated. The accessibility to the office with parking. Everyone knows right now parking is terrible at the county clerk's office in the courthouse. It's terrible. Hopefully the county will be fixing that here soon. We're a great office, guys. Not everybody, it's hard to come to the county clerk's office sometimes. You're giving that money to us, and we try to give you a smile. We try to help everyone every day.
Thank you. Glad you said grandma's and grandpa. It made me feel better. It's how that old man can't do that. Speaking of that, what will you do to help residents who are uncomfortable with online systems? Because I yell at my phone and computer all the time.
So I think we deal with this a lot when it comes to our seniors, and I think it's our staff taking the time to make sure that they're educating these folks on how to use the online system. If they're there in person, it's going the extra step to actually get on their phone with them and help, fulfill whatever it is. If it's over the phone, it's talking slow, leading with kindness and care first to navigate them through that site. Like I said, we need a chat bot. A lot of people know what that is now. pull up the website, a box pops up. A lot of our seniors, I think, and people that couldn't navigate the online could type their questions there. We could type them right back to let them know. In a lot of cases, those systems, you can put in pre-filled answers to certain questions to where it just fires it right back at them. And so I think that definitely helps with efficiency, and if it helps from them coming in and increasing wait time, I think it helps our service at the main window as well.
What will you do to help residents who are uncomfortable with online systems?
Well, right now we have a kiosk here in Seymour that can help you with your renewals at any time. I do agree that, online services can be hurtful. People don't understand those. And we do help people, and we try to lead people and show them on their phones. And we go out in the hall, not just across the counter, but we go out in the hall and help those that need help. We do talk slow. We do try to help one another. We try to help them. Like I said before, we try to treat everyone as our grandma and grandpa.
But I'm not a grandpa. Might want to be one, but I'm not one. Okay, next question. So, not just now, but in years past, there's been talk about expanding to put more local offices down here in Seymour. So, what is your opinion of putting maybe clerk services down here? When you talk about the pros and cons of it, and I'll leave it at that.
Well, yes, in the past, other clerks and candidates have run on the possibility of a clerk's office here in Seymour. They've never come to fruition. So this time it's important to me to make it more than a talking point and actually try to identify a building that would work. And so we've made a proposal this time to bring Seymour office. We've identified the building behind Ashley's Funeral Home here in Seymour. A few of the budget committee members, as well as the vice mayor, have walked through that building. They think it would be a viable option. And I think that what that does is that gives our neighbors here in Seymour the ability to have somewhere closer to home. A lot of people in Seymour, it takes 2 to 3 hours for them to come do basic business between travel, find a place to park, and doing their business. So it gives them a more convenient option. Something else that's not talked about is the amount of money, thousands of dollars that we lose to Seymour residents going to neighboring counties in Knox County and Blount County just because they don't want to find the traffic and the parking to come to downtown Sevier. And so I think a Seymour office is very important for us to have moving forward, as well as locations full-time in Pigeon Forge and in Gatlinburg, because with those 3 offices, we can pull 30 to 40% of the volume off the main line of the courthouse, which would help tremendously. And we have the staff to do it. The budget allocates for 22 clerks. We can man each office without hiring any new employees. Yes, the Seymour office will require some money out of the budget to fund the lease, but the money we're going to make up that we're losing to neighboring counties, it'll be a great return on investment.
I've looked into getting an office in Seymour because it's been talked about for the past 2 county clerks. We actually, with Mr. Kenner, we came down and we would come down on Fridays and there was no business. I've checked into the rental and it's $15,000 a month to rent the office space that we're looking at. That's $180,000 a year. Employee salary goes from $150,000 to $180,000 for 3 employees to fully service the office. Computer equipment's $10,000, licensure's $5,000. That's going to be $196,000 before renovations of that office because you have to renovate it for ADA compliant. So you're looking at the low end of renovating of $55,000. My renovation of our Gatlinburg office was $18,477 just for 1 room. And it would take at least 3 years to get this into fruition if the county commission and the budget see it to come into fruition. Our office in Gatlinburg doesn't do as much business as it used to because marriage licenses are down. I disagree. I think that people, if you have a car, you have to register it in Sevier County. Yes, you can go to your county clerk's office to get a marriage license, but you have to come to Sevier County to get your notary. You have to come to Sevier County to get a business license. So you can go to any county to get a passport, but I do strongly disagree that people go to different counties.
If I may, I would just like to respond.
We don't do that, do we?
Yeah.
We haven't ever done that before. If you want to take your time at the end.
Sure.
That's 10 minutes. What is your plan for future growth in the clerk's office?
Well, I think that we've already addressed it. Having better access across this county obviously helps us with growth. The more convenient locations we have, the more it spreads people out, cuts down our wait times. Enhancing our online systems, putting more people toward using online, especially our younger people. Making sure that we have all of those processes in place for them to take care of that there. But extra locations is what it comes down to. Neighboring counties have plenty of them, and they do well. We can't expect everybody to come to the downtown location for the drive-through. We have to have more options. And they have to be full service. They can't just be one thing here, two things here. They have to offer everything. We can't offer probate at all, but we can offer most everything else. And I just want to say, the office portion that we're looking at in the building is only $3,000 a month. And it was a doctor's office, so it is ADA compliant.
Your plans for future growth?
Plans for future growth, I would love to get passports, but we'd have to also, the office has to expand in the courthouse. If you expand the offices, if you have an office in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville, you're going to lose at least 6 people. That's going to be 6 people down. The office is employed by 21 people, not 22. 22 includes your county clerk. So you're going to lose your passport person, you're going to lose your 2 probate people. So, and then you've got your bookkeeping person and your chief deputy. So you're actually going to go down to probably like 15, 6 people, I believe we counted today, 6 or 8 people that will be servicing the Sevier County Clerk's office. With passports, you have to be in a government office. It has to be in a government office. They cannot, the U.S. Department of State will not let us go anywhere else except in a government office. So, you know, sounds like a great idea. I'm up for our office, but it's just, Gatlinburg is not conducive. It only does probably 4 marriage licenses a day, if that. Title and registration is probably 20. So, and with that, it's going to be like 5 or 6 just titles, and the rest of it's title and renewals. And so it doesn't seem fair to me to open those offices at, you know, for that amount of time every day.
The next question, I think we kind of touched on it a little bit, but could you explain further about employees training? How are employees trained? Who does the training? And what additional training do you think needs to be possibly added?
Obviously, if I was in the position, there would be a training manual as well as senior level employees going through that with the employee. And the first thing that would be really drove home with our employees is genuine care and kindness and respect at the front line, because service leads everything. And to let them know that while they're there training, that they have someone that supports them, listens to them, and appreciates them. And that's gonna create a positive mindset for those folks. But I think that you have to allow the senior level employees and training to train those folks. And they have to know that each situation is not going to be the same. Just because one person came in there trying to do something sketchy doesn't mean everybody is. Every situation is different. You can still follow the letter of the law and still take care of someone. Each situation is very unique. And again, any positions that are open, I think that we've got to have senior level people that have experience in order to teach the new people. And that goes a long way with training.
About employees training, who does it, and how often are they trained, and is there any training that could be added to it?
Sure. So when I was elected 4 years ago, I actually got to hire 10 people in my office. We went head on into it. So we do have senior level training. They do have manuals, and we have a Z guide that helps them with title and registration every day. A lot of things are on the spot training. Everything is different when they come in, especially for title and registration. My employees are treated with compassion. There's prayer time. There's office meetings. We try to do things together. It's a hard job. We see everybody that works in Sevier County. or work, lives in Sevier County, because everyone has to come to the county clerk's office to renew their tags. So sometimes it can be stressful, but we all work together and we're doing a great job.
Okay, so when you're looking at something, you can almost always say, well, that's good and that's not good. So thinking about the office and the clerk's office, what is the single biggest pro you can think of, and what is something that it may be a con that still needs to be worked on or be fixed?
The pro to the office are the people working in the office. They go in there every day to give their best. And they do their best to follow the letter of the law and taking care of people. The con would be service and access. I mean, I hate to keep saying it, but it's true. I mean, I have way too many neighbors that tell me stories, telling me stories of their interaction at the clerk's office. And it's just a fact that not everyone is treated the same. And so, and access, people hate waiting in long lines. They hate hunting for parking downtown, and that parking issue is not getting better anytime soon. Us as a county clerk office, we don't control the papers. We can't just go out and pay more parking. That's not going to get better. So we have to have better access for these folks too around the county.
So what would be the biggest pro in the office right now, and what's the biggest need that needs to be maybe fixed or worked on?
But the pro right now is I have 25% of my office that's either completed or is working on their certified public administrators certificates through the University of Tennessee. That makes you a better county employee. That makes you a better citizen of Sevier County. That teaches you the laws. That teaches you about other county offices. So I think that's a pro, and they're doing a great job with that. The con is the parking. I agree with that. The parking's bad. And the way the office is set up in different areas and divisions right now, the courthouse doesn't set up for 100,000 people. Let's just be real. It's just not set up for 100,000 people. So hopefully, if everything goes well and I'm elected for my next term, we can expand that office and make it a bigger one-room office.
Okay. So we're getting ready for the final 2-minute, whatever you want to say or talk about for 2 minutes. And I'm saying this just to give you all a chance just to get your mind clear and think about what you want to do. So thank you all for coming tonight, and appreciate everyone being here. And this is a great opportunity to come out as a community, and I appreciate everyone. I'm sure not everybody here is from Seymour though, but we'd love to have you. Okay, so your final 2 minutes.
Well, thank you all again for coming out tonight, and I just want to say that you guys have heard some different viewpoints and some different ideas, and you do have a choice this spring on the ballot when it comes to the county clerk. You've got the opportunity to have someone that doesn't know all the answers, but is willing to come in and listen to you and to the employees to make it better and move it forward. To serve with a servant's heart, not for any status or gain, but just to serve our neighbors well and make our office the standard for the state of Tennessee. So I would ask for your prayers for this election, that the Lord's will be done, and I'd be honored to earn your vote either during early voting, April 15th to the 30th, or on election day, May 5th. Thank you all.
I'm going like Penny. I'm going to read for a minute. During my first term as the Sevier County Clerk, the improprieties of the previous county clerks and administration have been remedied. We will continue to strive with the same level of excellence in customer service that has allowed us the opportunity to heal the black eye that once was the county clerk's office, and to make the county clerk's office one of the most desirable and well-respected offices to work in county government. Yes, I've been there for 32 years. Yes, it's the last 4 years I've been the county clerk. Have I made mistakes? Absolutely. Will I continue to make mistakes? Yes, but guess what? We'll back up and punt and we'll do it again. We'll try something else. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my employees that are here with me tonight, as I call my work family. I appreciate y'all being here. I just humbly ask for your prayers, vote, and support in this upcoming election. Like Logan said, May 5th is election day, April 15th to the 30th, early vote. So go do what you're supposed to. Go vote. Go vote Roman.
Thank you all. Thank you for coming.
Penny and Lynn, we appreciate you as our neighbors, and we appreciate your being here tonight. Come back on April 16th for our next forum, when we will have an opportunity to hear from Tracy Jenkins-Wagner, who is running for road superintendent. Tracy. Michael Hodges, who is running for his position as sheriff. And Charles Ogle, who is challenging him for the position of sheriff. We will have early voting here, April 20th through 25th, so come out and vote. And remember what you've heard tonight, that it's important that you make your voice heard to better our community. This is your opportunity. Don't complain if somebody is not doing it the way you want them to do. Make sure you elect the right person for the position. Thank you.